Collins English Readers, in association with the Amazing People Club. Audio copyright, HarperCollins Publishers Limited, 2014. Amazing Medical People, Level 2.
Edward Jenner, the man who fought the terrible disease, smallpox.
When I was a child, I was very elated at my school. This treatment protected me from a terrible disease called smallpox. But the treatment was very unpleasant. When I became a doctor, my ambition was to find a better way to protect people. I was born on the 17th of May, 1749, at Berkeley, in the western part of England. My father was the priest at the church in Berkeley. When I was young, I went to schools which were near my home. Then, when I was 14 years old, I became an apprentice for 7 years. I worked for a doctor in another town. I learnt from him the skills of a surgeon and the skills of a family doctor. At that time, many people suffered from smallpox. Smallpox was a terrible disease. People who had it first had a fever and a rash, then pains in the head and back and stomach. After that, their bodies became covered with blisters. Many people who got smallpox died quickly. When I was still at school, my friends and I were variolated. This treatment, variolation, protected people from smallpox. In fact, it gave people the disease, but the disease didn't kill them. I'll tell you how it was done. Some pus was taken from a blister on the body of someone who'd already had the disease. Then cuts were made in our arms, and the pus was put under our skin. Then we were put in a building on our own, and the door was locked. For several days we stayed there. We all became very ill. We had fevers and pains, and we couldn't eat anything. It was terrible, but we didn't die. When I became a doctor, I knew that protection against smallpox was important. I worked as a family doctor in Berkeley, and in this job I saw many people who had the disease. They hadn't been variolated, and the disease usually killed them. It often killed the people who looked after them, too, their families and friends. One day, I met a woman called Catherine Kingscote. We fell in love, and we were married in 1788. Catherine and I had 3 children. Now, I had a problem. How could I protect them from smallpox? At that time in England, 1 child in every 3 children died of the disease, and we didn't have a useful treatment for it. I thought about variolation, but that treatment was horrible. I knew that from my own memories. But was variolation the only answer to the problem? No, there was another answer. Some people who lived in villages in the countryside already knew about it. I'll tell you how I found out about it. In May 1796, a young woman called Sarah Nelms came to see me. She worked on a farm, getting the milk from cows. She had a rash, and I thought it might be a smallpox rash. I asked her, "Have people in your village got the disease?" "No," she said. "None of us has it, and none of us will get it, doctor. We've all had cowpox, and nobody who's had cowpox gets smallpox. I got cowpox from Blossom. She's one of the cows that I take milk from."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?